explore through cool. I'm with Miss Color. Hello. It's good to
Hey,
see
I love
you.
Nerds of Color.
Yeah, I mean we love you. And so I got to see the series and I really love that you even mentioned this before. You have Korean storytellers and American storytellers working together to kind of create this world that Boom Studios has created with the graphic novel. But I was wondering, what was the process to adapting using both American storytellers and Korean story culture and storytellers because they're both similar, but they're very different as well. So how was that process?
Uh, it had to be a very collaborative one. And I give a lot of credit to our showrunner, Ken Woodruff, for being open and respectful and understanding of everything he didn't know about the culture, about Korean culture, being an American. And it required everyone checking egos at the door and saying, this is what I know, this is what I don't know, this is a story I want to tell. How can we help each other tell it? And so to me, it was a real testament to the idea of allyship. You know, people talk a lot these days about you can only be of a certain specific group of people in order to tell these kinds of stories. I don't necessarily believe that that's true if everyone is respectful of one another and working in the right spirit. I think it really takes a village. And we had an amazing Korean crew. And, when it came to the Korean actors who came on the set, Ken would go to them, each one of them, and ask, how can we make this better for you? How can we tailor this to the things that you'd like to say, like you'd like to do? And he wasn't precious about those things. And so we were able to build in the authenticity of my lived experience and have Ken and the writers shape them in such a way that made them what you see on the screen today.
Well, we're beginning to see this bridge between American media and then Korean media with studios working together. We have with Butterfly, American studio, it's like working with Korean studios. We see that in Hulu's Tempest. Do we see more of those types collabs coming to Hollywood? Do you feel like that would both help both like API actors and talent, as well as Asian entertainment and talent?
Well, it's a great question because I remember being an actor during the Hong Kong cinema craze, Wong Kar-wai and when Jet Li and Jackie Chan were coming over, and at that time I thought, well, this is going to be great for all Asian Americans, and it wasn't. It was great for Asians coming over, but it didn't result in more roles for us. And so this time around. We're in a slightly different position as Asian Americans. And I feel like we have accomplished writers and actors who actually can center a story around being Asian American, like Butterfly does. It's one of the first shows that I know of, and I say that with complete modesty, that actually tells a story about Korea and America through Korean Americans' eyes. And that feels special to me. That feels very different to me. And I hope that it gives people, Asian Americans who have traditionally felt like they fall between the cracks of two cultures, the feeling that we have a unique position in that we can tell the stories of both cultures based on our authentic experiences.
Yeah, I know that there's always been a fear of that where it was like that, it's like Asian talent instead of Asian American talent. It's like, or the diaspora. And so when I see this, I'm like, okay, I trust you. So I trust AD. So I'm like really excited to the future of how this is going to be perceived. You talked about the bridge of like API. How do you feel like the era is now for API talent? Do you still feel like we're still getting there? Do you feel like there's a change, a wave? Because I felt like there was a wave at one point, but now it seems I'm not too sure what's going on because I feel like it's focused on Asian talent and Asian studios.
That's really a nuanced question. I think there is a certain element of a rising tide lifting all boats. You know, when Parasite won the Academy Award, I, as an Asian American, cheered wholeheartedly for it because even if it wasn't Asian American, it was about recognizing people who look like us as legitimate storytellers, and recognizing that we are among the best, not only in our industry here, but in the world. And that kind of respect, I think, has been hard won. But I also think that there's been progress among Asian Americans, and how we're seen. If you look at stories like Crazy Rich Asians and recently Beef, and the rise of so many Asian American comedians like Ali Wong and Ronnie Chang and Jimmy O Yang, it's Ken Jeong. Like this is progress on many different fronts. And that's what we need. I think now we're at a point where we can even take the conversation one step further to now use our heritage and take ownership of it in a way that we have with pride, and now use it to do things like Butterfly and say like, I know I have experience in the American industry. I know what it feels like to be Korean. So I'm going to now authentically tell our story or my story with a level of expertise and respect and authenticity.
Well, we love it so much and we can't wait for more from you. And congrats on everything as well. So thank you.
Thanks. Keep those plants alive. They're beautiful.
I know. Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you.
Professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The Hard Knock